We need to reset the clock. Game over. Yeah, okay.
We're good when you are.
Me too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Change. Change.
30.
$63.
$87.
off pretty well considering his scores way up. Playing this and leaving one blank in hopes to bingo for another round is quite a smart move. So I think he knows exactly what he's doing here. So Ritz committed and for 87 points. Interesting. Moving on to Akshay. I think I see goodies. Okay, that's F. FIDGOOS.
All right, guys, welcome back to the stream. If you're just joining us, this is the final game for today. The early bird games is ongoing, and right now we have the second table or the second board. We have Akshay and Sim slugging it out right now for a chance to win the tournament. Yes, you heard that right. One of these players, no matter how slim, has a chance to win this tournament. Now, let me run the scenario by you. Currently on table one, we have Robert Lynn and Kevin playing on the top table. But the thing is, if Kevin wins his game with very, very little points, and somehow Tony right here wins his game with perhaps 200 points or more, 300 points, there is a way he can sneak in and actually win this tournament. But with the look of things, we are having a slow start. We are same is on 94 points by our analysis here, and Akshay is on 117 points.
Yeah. Actually started with, I think actually started with an exchange. He had clunking tiles at the beginning. So he exchanged he left the rack with AND and then immediately Singh played jump and actually was able to bingo in the next round through the M of jump playing and D meow. And at that point, Sim picked the both blanks, and a couple of options he could have played was iodizer, oxidizer, or oxidized for 102 points, 100 plus points. But he decided to play Ritz for about 87 points, leaving his blank, and which was quite a smart move from Sting. And immediately we see Fido come down by Akshay for 31 points. Now we're back to Sim, and he played Adil. And leaving his blank, he played Adil for 26 points. Now it's back to Akshay. Now, Excel, what do you think about this game? Who do you think is going to win? I know you can't really tell, but from the look of this game so far, who do you think?
One thing I'd like to add is right in our stream right now, we have a former world champion in the person of Akshay. And I'm sure he's looking to, do it one more time on African soil, because the time he did win it was when Kenya hosted the World Tournament. Right now, I mean, yes, it's the early bird games, it's not topping the standings and all that, but he's still a very, very, very strong player. I think he's currently rated 19th in the world, and that is no joke. So he has a
rack of GIOSELR. So now a couple of options. You could play a point of above 30 points. You could play Geos through the Heno or Fido and the X hooking the jump for 34 points.
But the thing with this rack is, I mean, it plays a number of sevens. I can see glories off the top of my head, and it's a very flexible rack. There's R floating, there's D, I, E, U floating. I mean, even the AL is a floater right now. So he would probably want to take his time to look through if he's not missing any bingo. But for someone his strength, definitely he has read extensively all the 7 and 8 letter bingos, and I'm sure you can deduce that there are no bingos available for him on this
On
turn.
this board, yeah.
So he goes down to play GORSE,
Goss.
which scores quite well. I mean, he targets the double word score and at the same time hooking jump for about 14 points more. So he's
Yeah, so Goss has been committed for 36 points. All right, back to same. He has a rack of UYALS blank. Interestingly, I see Socially.
yeah, one of his top moves right now would be to play Socially, hooking the just open spot that Akshay opened.
Yeah,
The
from
in,
Goss.
yeah, the
Yeah, the
in
E of
goes, he can play
Goss.
Socially down there. But you know, he still has fancy words like play suit to the T in reads.
Yeah, for 70 points, 8 points less, and opening the triple triple.
Yeah.
It could also play on easily through the E of Adieu. So
I mean, one thing we can say for sure is it does have a lot of opportunities to bingo in this turn, but unfortunately, it seems to miss quite a number of them and opts for YU, leaving
wow.
a very strong rack regardless. AILS blank is definitely most likely to bingo next turn. So he still scores 28 points, and you know this is a solid move regardless.
Yeah. Scores 29 on that turn.
Yeah, true.
So now we see Akshay with METALI hole. All right. I think a bingo should definitely come down. Or do you see one?
Nah, no
Okay,
bingos
yeah, no
available for
bingos.
him on this turn. The interesting thing is one of my favorite thing in Scrabble is extensions. The ZED. I don't know if you were following from the last game where
With the zoo, the
yes,
yellow
yes,
O.
yes. So on this turn, fine, he doesn't have any bingos, but he could play something like atomized, and I mean he has arranged it on his rack, and I'm sure he will waste no time in committing that move. In the same
Same
spot,
spot
though, yeah, he can play metallized.
for 2 points more for
True.
even O.
And as you can see, he has arranged both. He has cited, atomized, and metallized, and is going to play metallized.
All
A
right.
beautiful play from the former world champion.
Very beautiful indeed. Okay, moving on to same. He has a rack of VAOILS blank.
I'm sure on this turn there is, I mean, he shouldn't miss his
This
bingos.
one,
He has
exactly.
a ton of bingos, the E floating, the A, the T.
Even the high floating for
Yes.
visional 80 points. Okay.
Now don't forget, Sim is still in the contention to win this tournament. The analysis here is on table one, Kevin and Robert Lane are currently playing. Now, Robert Lane is leading the standings with 7 wins and 0 losses. He hasn't dropped a game this
That's
tournament,
interesting.
which is very impressive. Kevin, on the other hand, has 6 wins and 1 loss. Now, if Kevin wins with maybe like 20 points or so, just something not so much. And then Tony on our stream here wins with, let's say, 300 points or more. I mean, it would be quite the turn of events to see Tony
win.
on top of the standings and winning this tournament.
Yeah.
Currently, the scores are even.
Exactly.
So can he still squeeze out 300 points in this game?
Look forward.
At least the first step is playing his bingo right now. I mean, taking a 80-point lead is something he can't afford to pass on. So his top move would be something like Visional through the eye of Adieu for
80 points.
yes.
At the same spot, he
Okay.
could play Villagos, 80 points, making his blank G. You could also play Bolivia's the same spot as well, but through the left side of the board for 80 points.
Yes. I know most of these players still leave the board open. The floaters in
Yeah.
META are still there. You could still play double double starting with A. The R is still floating to the triple. So who knows?
Now I think it's closing off this board, kind of. It's not really opening the board. It's playing Violet through the E of Adieu, and it scores less, just about 6 points less
Yes.
compared to
But
Visional,
a 74-point lead is still something.
it's still definitely something.
Yes, and as you can see from Akshay's rack, he's not having the best of tiles right now.
He's not. He has a rack of AEEGNOO. Okay, I see. I would possibly play maybe Genoa, although I would. OGEE. I think about 21 points, leaving A and O. What would you play, Excel?
I mean, I have to burn as many tiles as I can here, and going for Genoa would be my move, and that's exactly what he has done, scoring 24 points, leaving OE.
All right. Wow.
This is certainly not the rack Tony was hoping for after his bingo.
And we're saying all consonants.
Yes.
We should definitely see an exchange here.
Who knows? They might want to, weather the storm, play something like Prof for 26 points, leaving BWNG.
I don't mean
No, not the best of leaves. But,
yeah. You could also play Frau through that same spot. 28 points.
Regardless of what he plays, I mean, he's still going to keep four consonants.
So he might really take his time on this one to think this through. I think both players have been playing pretty fast.
Yeah.
And it's expected. Okay, we're saying Frau or Fro. I think this should be Fro for 28 points. So he decided to go with this, leaving BGNP. What do you think about that one?
I mean, what other options were there? The differences between Frau and the Prof and all that were too slim. So you might as well just play your move. And keeping NG, you're hoping to pick maybe I, and maybe have an ING bingo.
Okay, we are seeing a bingo coming down from Akshay. Wow, this game has taken a pretty impressive turn. We're seeing runnings for 68 points.
Yeah, it's most likely going to even things out. But Tony is still going to be leading with 10 points, and it's his turn to play. So there's still a lot of games to be played. What Tony just has to focus on right now is just winning this game. Fine, you need to win with 300 or the likes to win the tournament, but I mean, let him just cross the hurdle of winning first.
Exactly.
So currently he has COBGPNR. Luckily, he picked one vowel.
Wow.
So
I think through the LE of metallized, you could play Bugman, leaving CPR for 26 points.
yeah. There's something about C, R, and P. They are actually very synergistic tiles. So fine, it doesn't have a vowel, but there are still a couple of A's and E's to be picked. So Bugman would be a solid move. But
another option would be Trong with the G hooking the NOG from Goss for 28 points, scoring 2 more points ahead of Bugman.
True, but this time around you'd be leaving CB on your rack, which are not the best of tiles to keep, but still 28 points going to the bag. Who knows what you're going to draw?
Exactly. So now he's taking his time on this one. Curious to see what he comes up with.
Meanwhile, Akshay is speaking very lovely tiles. You can see the K, the H, and the S. Regardless of what same plays, he's definitely going to score somewhere on this board. But at the end of the day, it's still quite even. Tony is leading with 10. He plays, let's say, 20 points. Akshay replies with 30 points. And the game is still pretty much even.
Still going neck to neck.
Yeah.
But one bingo would definitely change the style of this game
Yeah.
at any point in time.
Okay, so he did spot prong, but he opts to play it in ERG instead
Oh,
of NOGG.
interesting.
But the thing is, ERG takes an O and it takes an S, and there are still like two O's left to play. So who knows? He could come back playing, who knows, oxtail or something because the X is still in the bag. So yeah, the
So
game is still, the board is still open. The R hook is there. The new opening is there, and it's still anybody's game at this point.
yeah. So playing prong at that position scores about 9 point less. I think he played that for just 17 points. But I get he's trying to still open up the board, you know. Moving on, we have EHIKLSD for Akshay.
I'm sure Akshay would be hoping for a U to play what like Hawkiest. Unfortunately, there are no U's open for him on this board.
Yeah,
Still, he has lovely scoring options. The same ME, where Bugman could have been played um, in the last
yeah,
move. And we can play an interesting word of Schmeck,
Schmick.
SHMEK.
MEK.
Yeah, I believe that means smell or something. So
Oh, interesting.
you can play that for 48 solid points
With a good leave as well.
through leaving LITE.
The
Hi.
second option would be to play LEK, just right above metallized.
If he wants to retain his S.
Yeah, for 33 points, about 15 point less. So,
And I think something similar happened in the last game. Let's say he does play the LEK on top of metallized for 33 points, leaving HIST.
yeah.
Who knows, next turn he could hook ERG and play a bingo starting with
Yes.
SH. Something similar happened in the last game where RAT was hooked with H to score 91 points. So imagine playing a word starting with SH, hooking ERG, H sitting on the triple
Yeah,
word
that's
score, that's
something
going
like
to
that.
score massively. So who knows, would have maybe something similar play in this game. Meanwhile, in the chat, I can see Blessing. I can see, Nasset Light. If you're watching right now, you could just drop a comment. You could like the stream.
And let us know where you're commenting from. Okay, so he's yet to make a move. A couple of other options like N-like. That's pretty interesting. N-like, but that would open this triple lane. But N-like scores about 32 points, still leaving his S.
Yes, ST is a very good leave though.
Yeah, it is. It is. So I think it's going for leg. Interesting. Are we about to see what you just said in the next round? Okay, leg has been committed for 33 points.
7.
Attention, attention. Those going to every apartments. Those going to every apartments, the bus will be here at 8:30. So you are requested to hang around and wait for the bus at 8:30 p.m.
23. Twenty-one. Seventy.
8.
You have 4.
431.
No, 4,000.
Yep.
Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Sorry for the break in transmission. Okay. Now, I think I've seen a lot of games played, but we missed that. So we're just gonna give a quick recap. So now, currently, the score is on 4-3-1 from Akshay and 3-6-2 for Tony. After leg, I think themed came down and tactics from Akshay, the bingo from Akshay, and then swab from theme, and I think curb also came down. Now moving on quickly, we have CONQERA from theme. All right.
And for you guys still watching in the chat, we see you, Pelumi from Lagos, Nigeria. Thanks for joining. We have someone else from Kampala, Uganda, from another person from Nigeria. We see you, Victor. We see you, Ali Adam. We see you, Jamil. Victoria. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in.
It's good to have you here.
If you're just joining us, this is the final game of the tournament, and this is the second table. We have
22.
the former world champion Akshay going against Sim Tony. Currently, we see Akshay is leading quite comfortably, and the game is drawing to a close.
All right. So we see Conker come down from theme through the curb, and
So as it stands, regardless of what happens in the first board, Tony can no longer clinch the win for this tournament. In fact, he's going to go
Let's see.
further down in the standings, while Akshay
Yeah.
most likely clinches third probably. It's been quite the tournament. It's still the early games. Tomorrow we are going to have the last chance qualifier, and I assure you there's going to be a lot of fireworks. So if you love Scrabble, you want to see fantastic plays from people all over the world, make sure you tune in tomorrow, 9 a.m.
11.
West African time. For the last chance qualifiers, for those of you unfamiliar, the main event is going to start on Wednesday, where
All two
the
or
best players from the
all over the
countries,
world.
yes, come around and
All three.
slug it out. So for those who still want a
Yeah.
slot to play in the main event,
Two.
that is why the last chance qualifier exists. There will be a couple of players from countries
No.
like Kenya,
21.
Liberia, Zambia.
and
In fact, we'll be having one
Yeah.
American joining the
four people.
pool. We
Yeah.
have a number of Ghanaians coming in to play
23.
the last chance qualifier. Now,
Peter.
those who will be qualifying would be only 20% of the pool. So it
Wow.
depends on how many players will be having tomorrow. But it's just 20%,
Of the
the top
entire
20%
players.
exactly.
Okay.
That
That would definitely be very interesting to watch.
yes, and expect fantastic plays from a lot of the players tomorrow.
Blocked all my. I had
It's
blocked
going to be an
Nice.
amazing week of
L
Scrabble.
through the A
Make
to
sure you
L
stay tuned, grab your
L J
popcorns for tomorrow.
blocked everything.
In
Exactly.
fact, for the whole week, because as we said in the
New
previous
blood.
game, we
Oh,
have former world champions coming to Ghana to play. We have
Double black.
Nigel Richards, the GOAT himself. If you have no
Double
idea
black
who
card.
that is, I
yeah,
promise
CD
you,
dice.
you
CD
should
dices.
start your
Valid.
research.
I
Just
mean,
one search away.
Yes,
Yeah.
just check
yes, sir.
Nigel Richards on YouTube and see the amazing feats
Then you had
this man has been able to achieve. And we have, legends such as Adam Logan, who will be
Oh,
seen
when you
playing
said
the
this,
main
I thought
event.
you were very
Even
serious.
right here on our screen, Akshay is no small
Player.
player in this field. He won
Oh,
the World Scrabble Championships in 2017, I
for the
believe,
O.
in Kenya.
Oh,
So
okay.
we'll be seeing him
Again,
too
I'm at
featuring in the
work,
main
so
event.
my
But the last
Right.
chance qualifier tomorrow, make sure you are here.
Okay, and that's the final tally of the early bed between Akshay and Sim. I think our final score is 464, sealing Akshay wins for this round to Sim's 403. What a way to finish! And this
Yeah.
game was definitely full of tension, strategy, and style. So, congratulations
not
to
questionable,
Akshay
but
for
at least
winning
Yeah,
this one. I think
yeah,
the
yeah.
grand
Deserve.
prize for
Yeah.
this early bed is about
No,
$200.
Yes, yes.
eh,
Although
Wow.
not the players on our
I was
stream
thinking
though, but
Okay, from the table one.
yes,
CCY would.
exactly. But they would
Okay.
still,
Get sports
sports
prizes.
prizes, 100,
Or back
$150,
That's
BACC.
interesting. So we'll get feedback from the first
BACCY,
table
sorry.
to
yeah, yeah.
know who won. So now the stage is set for tomorrow's last chance qualifiers, like he said. So this is one more chance for our players to secure their place in the main event. And the main event is starting Wednesday. And we will be right here bringing you every moment, every word, and every win. So be sure not to miss out on it. It promises to be very exciting. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much.
That was
This
great.
is Scrabble Events TV, and I remain your humble commentator, Opeoluwa
Great
Omotayo,
fun, fun
along with.
vibes.
Excel here on the stream.
I'm
All
thinking
right. See you
whether to burn it
tomorrow. Thank
here,
you very much.
site or
And
something.
have a good night, have a
Site or
good
site.
morning wherever you're watching from the
Better than
world. Peace out.
Yeah,
with the queue still,
sure.
lurking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, quinoa or something like that. Yeah. I just hope Kevin beat Bob though.
Is it?
Kevin wins and I'm second.
Oh,
But if Bob wins, I'm third.
yeah.
You want me to put your number? I can do it.
I'll put it. SKW, right?
AKW.
Oh, H. Jeez. Confused. I'm one.
Silence, silence.
Forgot my number.
Pause in play.
Forgot my number.
Silence, silence. Pawn is still in play.
3-4.
Oh no no! I think Bob is unbeaten. Bob needs to win.
Bob's unbeaten.
Bob's unbeaten.
Yeah. Bob lost. Bob lost. Nope. Nope.
Did you win? Oh man, I was hoping you win.
Thank you.
Because if you won, I'd come second.
What happened? So come in sixth. I did?
If you won your last game.
No, I didn't.
No. So I think what was the difference?
It's quite a bit. 100.
Oh, okay.
130.
So Kevin's first, you're second, I'm third.
Okay.